Yeah. I'm taking this outside. I'm gonna probably just do my PK outside. So it's on the iPad if you want to watch it. Red Room, what up? Mike, what up? Let's see. Let's do it like this. Waiting on pizza tonight. We got some good ass pizza coming tonight. Oh shit, my PK is right now. Sorry guys. Here I come. What's her name? What's her name? I forgot her name. Here she is. PK time starting right now.
Ah, my headphones.
What's up?
Hold on. There, now I can hear you.
Aw, that's a shame.
There.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing really good.
It's been a while. I've been absent with going to people's broadcasts for a bit.
You haven't been going to people's broadcasts?
No, well, I started my family and agency, so it's been like a lot of work that way. Yeah. Thank you, Slenderman.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Remember, guys, any 999 combo is an enter in for the Hot Leopard raffle.
Appreciate you.
Poon? Is that like Poon, my Poon?
Well,
Mr. Poon,
really Poon is everybody's Poon. Poon is like he's a gift to all of BIGO.
Poon, I follow you back now. Jeez, I haven't seen you in a hot minute either.
Well, so it depends on which Poon you get. Did you get the old Poon from a long time ago, or do you have the new Poon? Because
I probably have all of his accounts, to be honest.
This is not the Defender. This is Lucky Star Challenge.
No, this is Lucky Challenge. Lucky Stars are super important, guys. Canadian family ranking right now has Lucky Star Challenge going on. So Canadian families, are you in a Canadian? No, Daryl.
I'm definitely not Canadian. I don't think Canadians would accept me.
Okay, so I am
coming through. What does that mean?
Canadian family leader, guys. I'm a Canadian family leader, so all Lucky Stars are super welcomed because they will help with our Canadian family ranking on that event that's going on. It's super awesome.
Yeah.
My family is 7th right now on it, and we're doing pretty well.
How long has your family been in existence?
I started my family the end of August, the beginning of September, like in there. And I started the agency about a month I guess the beginning of October is when I started the agency.
Wow, you got your work cut out for you. That's not easy work right there.
Shut up, Ty. You can spend money on BIGO.
The Poon rules.
I don't care.
Is that what they call it? Hey, Darkness. Speaking of Darkness, Darkness has her PK debut tonight at 7:40 Pacific. Her first ever official PK. So.
Ooh, those are big ones.
Rest in peace to
well,
whoever
guess
she's
what?
going
I'm
with.
saying you can. That's awesome. I've got one of my family members has a PK going on right now. I don't know if you've seen Six.
Oh yeah.
She's kind of popular around. Yeah, so she's one of my family members. She's not one of my hosts in the agency, but she's one of my family members. She's got a PK going on right now as well.
Oh, cool.
And then my girl Blitch, who is one of my hosts, she's got a PK tonight.
Oh, she's amazing too. You got all the cool people.
Yeah, she's one of my hosts.
That's awesome.
I've got some awesome hosts, yes.
Diana, the gift of your presence is good enough for me. I'm just happy to see you. But really, like, today is like the worst possible time for a PK because there's no event gifts really. Family gifts don't count. Nothing really counts right now. So everything is just whatever it is. So you want to send a bunch of flowers because nobody ever sends flowers. Might as well. Or like
send whatever you want
rose
right now.
boxes,
Okay, so
kiss
that's
me's,
the thing.
Doesn't matter.
So
it's all the same to me.
I will say, I know it doesn't really matter because monthly prestige is not going on. But as I was saying, up in Canada here, we have an event going on all this month it's called Lucky Challenge or Lucky Family Challenge. So we're sitting right now at 7th for our family on the Lucky Star Lucky Challenge event. So Lucky Stars and Lucky Clovers are huge for our family ranking right now.
Does it help for
even though we don't
sending?
have monthly prestige?
Does it, like,
Yes,
if
it
so
helps.
if she were to send Lucky Stars, that would count towards her family as well?
I think I don't see. That's the thing is I don't know if they're connecting all of the like. That's the one thing I don't know is I don't know even if it's counting towards our monthly like family combat points, but I know it's counting towards our family lucky event, which is so weird because it's they're doing a bunch of Canadian events that nobody else knows about because it doesn't show up on their banners or anything.
Okay.
Ooh, thank you, Blitch. Thank you, Smiles. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys are following those gifters and tapping the screen. Thank you, guys.
So today,
Hey, thank you, Smiles.
today we had
Back on them.
the Vice President of the United States was in town, and I live like right by an airport, so they had like helicopters
25
swarming.
times.
They had like every police agency in existence was like swarming my place today. So I thought I would
my
just
gosh.
sit out here on the balcony and look kind of
Thank you.
sketchy, so that as to, you know, give them something to do.
That'd be me.
So there's really nothing going
That'd
on
be me.
in
I'd
this
be sitting
town.
there like, I want to see what's going on. I want to be a part of it. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Smiles.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Julia.
Glitch.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Slenderman. Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys are tapping the screen and following all the gifters. The gifters are awesome.
I'll use this opportunity to mention
Hey.
that I have a 50-box PK tonight in about an hour and a
Oh,
half.
god damn.
Also,
Yeah,
Defender
see, I had a
Finals.
5-box PK, and I couldn't even do that because I struggle so hard to get on broadcast during the day before I have an event. So it's like I do all this promoting, and then the day of, I forget to kind of like get live because I'm doing all these other things and making sure everyone else is set so I can go live for my event.
Yeah.
And then I end up not going live prior to my event. Like tonight, I showed up at home at like 7, and I'm like, oh, I've got a PK in like an hour and a half. It's at 8:30, and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's at 4:30 PST. That's 7:30. I have a PK in a half an hour.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
the same thing I did. I came live at 6 o'clock, my local time. And I'm like, okay, where is she? You're not live. You're not live. I'm like, I'm done playing this game. When people aren't not on time, I will stay live for 1 minute, and then I'm done. I'm signing off. Like, I'll take a screenshot. I was here,
I feel that.
and my person's not here. I gotta go. I got other things going on. So
I feel that.
I came on. I didn't see you live. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll play this game. I'll go live. And then I looked at the calendar. I'm like, oh, you dummy! It's in a half hour. So relax. So then I was bouncing around. I wanted to make sure I came into your room because I'm going live for as little amount of time as possible today, and so I wanted you to know that even though you didn't see me, like, I don't want you to have the same heart attack that I had, that you didn't see me live. Like, I'll
Yeah.
be here. Just,
No, for the most part, even if I'm ready and live for a PK, I'll usually sit around because sometimes people do mess up on timing. Like, I've had people, like, I've sat there and been like, okay, I'm on time, but maybe they have the time wrong. So I'll
Yeah.
sit and I'll give it like that half an hour time and make sure that I kind of put my time in anyways because I'm
Sure.
the host.
Yep.
So I'll sit there and just give it a little bit of time. But for the most part, I am like on and then off because I have other people's events that I got to go to and stuff.
Well,
And I
you're
got to
busy,
support
super
my
busy
family.
with the agency and the family. That's like,
Thank
that's
you,
a lot of
Jada.
work.
Thank you, guys.
I don't think people understand, like, exactly what that all entails, like how much work it actually, especially when you're doing both. Do you have like sidekick people? Do you have like managers and people that help like with different tasks for you?
Yeah, there's a few people in the family who are definitely super on the ball for helping and being there and helping make sure that people are good for things. And like for the agency, I have a few recruiters who go and find the people and they set up auditions and then they give me the dates and times and then they are pretty well the ones that show up for those and they're there and they monitor and then they make sure that they get back to me on things like that. So it helps definitely to have people in my family who are super on the ball and can help with that.
Mm-hmm.
And my co-founder is my boyfriend, Ty. So he's here all the time and he's
Hollywood Ty? Me too.
I hate phone calls. He sees all the messages on WhatsApp and everything, so he's able to
Yeah,
kind of help
that's good.
organize
That's
when
good-
I'm not
good.
reachable. Definitely makes it a little bit easier, but I'm still most of
Sure.
the manpower behind it all.
Hey, Mike, thanks, man.
Guys, make sure you tap that screen. Tap that screen, share the broadcast. Shares to Facebook and Twitter are perfect for Star List. They help a lot.
So when did you get the schedule for this event? Like, when did you get the message,
Thank you.
presumably from BIGO, that said you had this date and this time for today?
Like this morning at
Okay,
like
so
2 o'clock in the
the
morning
typical
for
time
me,
when the
2 or
schedules
3
get
a.m.
released. I didn't get the schedule for today. Like
Yeah.
my new strategy for
Oh, yeah.
signing up for events. So the old way I used to do it is I go, okay, I'm available from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. or whatever the times are, and so I'll just check all the boxes. But then you don't know what time your event is, and then if you do that for 2 events in one day and they double book you,
Yeah.
like that's a challenge. So now I pick one time,
Yeah.
one time.
That's a huge one. So that's a huge one that I actually have been trying to get with my family is if you sign up for an event on the banner, like not through me, if you sign up for an event, you are 95% of the time
Right.
going to get that slot. So I have everybody, I'm like, send in the family when you've signed up for an event so
Right.
people aren't double booked within the family too. Never mind signing up for the same time on the same day for yourself. Because I've done that for myself where I've signed up for an event one day and then the next day I'm like, oh, I'm going to sign up for this event. And then I end up signing up for the
Yeah.
same day at the same time. And I'm like, this is why I have to write everything down and make sure I don't even double book myself nor
Right.
double book myself
Well,
when other
you're
people
gonna
are
learn
doing
that
events.
as your family
like
grows.
is happening now. My girl's in a PK
You
and
can't
I'm here.
really, like right now, you can make it so that people don't have events against, at the same time as each other. But as your family grows, you're going to run out of available time slots if you do, you know what I mean? Unless you,
Oh yeah. No, for sure. For sure. It just makes it a little bit easier for right now while we're still like we're 60 members, but I want to
60?
say we
Yeah,
have
wow.
probably
Awesome.
60. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to say we probably have like 40 people who are committed, like they host every day and they're online and they're active in broadcasting, and then everybody
Yeah.
else is pretty much just online all the time. I don't know. I have a few girls in my family who are from different agencies. So when there are agency events, we have had a few family members have to go up against each
Right.
other because they're in different agencies, right? So it makes it a little bit hard that way too when you're like, oh, I sit there and I'm like, these are both my family members, but one's my agency host and one's just my family member. So I'm like, I have to sit there
Right.
and either gift both or gift none or, so sometimes that makes it a little bit hard having both
with
an
like in the
agency and a
direwolves,
family.
there's 200 of us, and I think maybe 100 of us that stream on a regular basis. So some
Yeah.
of my biggest events, which is such a pain in the butt, because when you have these massive defenders and high rollers and all these events, like it especially when you get to the finals, because we have such big support, they always seem.
Thank you, guys.
It always seems like it's direwolf versus direwolf in the championship, or like towards the end, and that makes it really difficult because the rest of the direwolves are like, well, what do I do? I can't. Like, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, but maybe I've been friends with this
Yeah.
one long or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it makes it kind of hard when everybody's so well connected. It definitely does. I feel like, especially when you do end up having events like that where you're against each other in families, you just kind of have to know, like, it's no hard feelings. It's just best man wins. It's not about, and honestly, it's not even always about the broadcaster. It's about the gifters on both sides too. They are who make
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
PK happen, realistically.
what's up, dude?
Thank you, guys. Make sure everybody's tapping the screen too, sharing the broadcast. Share the broadcast to all your friends.
Yep. Also,
best way.
I'm on Instagram. It's Cody80 BIGO. If you guys want to just follow me on there, I post some all BIGO related stuff. A lot of different activities and
Yes, I have a BIGO Instagram, and I try and post on it, and I never really seem to, but I go and look at everybody else's stuff on Instagram on it, so.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys tap the screen, share the broadcast, follow both Cody and me if you're not. Follow the gifters. They're the awesome, wonderful people
keep
of
this app in
BIGO.
motion. Have you been getting your rewards lately?
Yes,
have you been
that's
getting
for sure.
like rewards?
Some of the new events that have had rewards, yes, but there's still rewards from like in October that family members haven't received and I haven't gotten. And I feel like that's happening for a lot of
Yeah.
families and a lot of people on BIGO. And I know that BIGO
really?
got bought out the beginning of October. Like the whole company got bought. Yeah, there was this big thing about how they got bought and a lot of their systems got turned to
Interesting.
AI computer systems. So I think maybe in the shuffle of everything getting changed, some things got lost in the shuffle. But now that they're revamping everything, I think that's partly maybe
Oh,
why they
sure.
changed the conversion rate was because they fucked up on some
Yeah.
things, so they had to change a little bit of stuff. But yeah, at the beginning of October, they apparently got bought out. Their whole, I don't know if it was their software system or whatever, some part of their BIGO
Interesting.
operation got bought out by a new company,
Huh.
and they completely changed everything. So I don't know if maybe they replaced all of
Sure.
their systems or something with a new company, but
Well, that's
they changed everything about their systems. So that's why we got like the whole social media platform now, and we have all these different things about BIGOs because they're now under a whole new like management. And I know that American and Canadian families, our management
right.
is located in LA now, so it's not even over back where it was like in Egypt and stuff like that for quite a while. Now it's all centered
Well,
and
that's good.
located
I
in
mean, at least
LA.
they have a footprint here in North America to be able to manage a moto.
Yeah.
What? Oh, thank you.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you so much.
No, for sure. Like being up here in Canada and stuff, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so a lot of the time I'll talk to my Bigo manager, and I'm like, yeah, you guys' timing is so off for us here. Like going from PST to EST, we're like 3 hours ahead of you, so it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's like 10 p.m. there and stuff like that. So they've been taking
Thank
into
you, Queen.
consideration some of the time zone stuff, and hopefully are going to be starting to do events, say earlier in PST time, so starting earlier in the morning, but which would be here for
Sure.
us being like 10 a.m., right? So it's going to be a little bit easier to be able to do events throughout the
That
day rather than
sounds
just being
way
able to do them
better.
at night.
That's one of the challenges that I've had here so far is the windows for doing these official events are such a small window. And then so like last week I was supposed to be in
Yeah.
a battle royale competition. I'd made it to like the third or fourth round of battle royale. And the only day that they had available was at on Saturday. And the time frame in which the open time window was when I was my busiest, so I couldn't do it. So I got a sign up sheet and I just didn't sign up because I can't do it.
Yeah.
I got a message a couple of days later and they said, just as a
Yeah.
reminder, you still haven't signed up for this event. And I said, well, I can't do it. I'm unavailable on that one day at that small window. And they said, well, if you choose to withdraw from
Yeah.
the event, then you're going to be banned from family events for 1 week.
Hi, Steve.
So I just shrugged my shoulders. I said, well, tough shit. Like
That's ridiculous.
like Bigo's not my priority at all.
That's
So
crazy. Yeah. See, like, not to say Bigo's my priority, but it's like now that it's my job, I have to be the middle person between my family members and hosts and Bigo. So I've learned to kind of take it as they work. Bigo technically works for me, right? Like, not to say I work for Bigo because I'm the one on the platform. I'm the one that knows the way that it all works and the people that are on here and have the actual interactions.
thank
A
you,
lot of
Mom.
the Bigo admins and people who sit behind
Mama
the
B.
computer and behind the phone numbers don't go online. They don't actually sit on the app and they don't see the things that happen. They do sit and they watch and they admin, but they don't actually interact. They don't understand how things work, how to do a lot of the things that happen. So as an agency leader, family leader, I like kind of have to put my foot down sometimes and be like, no, you have to address this. This is what's happening. You need to figure out what's happening. Find these hosts. We need. I had an admin. It was really funny. So one of my girls had a PK, and her opponent no-showed. So they were like, okay, we tried to contact them. We'll reschedule it for the next day. I'm like, okay, fine, no worries. That morning, night, whatever, because I got it at 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a lineup for her to have a PK that next day. And so then Bigo tries to schedule the PK that was getting rescheduled for the same time, right? And I'm like, she can't do that. She can do it earlier. And then they just kept pestering to put it after 10 p.m. for us, and she couldn't do it. And I'm like, no, she
Yeah.
cannot do it. It has to be before 9 o'clock tonight, like 9 o'clock. So finally they're like, okay, well, we'll push it to this time and we'll just do it. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
because that's when she can fucking do it. Like, she can't do it after this time. I had to tell them like 4 times, no, it has to be before 9. And finally they were like, okay, well, the opponent finally agreed to change times to earlier. I'm like, good, thank you. And they gave her a new opponent. I'm like, holy, like, took
Yeah.
BIGO is
Well,
sometimes
I
really
wish they would
stubborn.
change when you're talking about getting bought out and having system changes. I was kind of sparked a hope that maybe they would change the process for which they schedule events. I think the way they do it worked when it was a lesser,
I know.
it was a smaller group of people. But now that we have so many events and so many people on here, there's I don't have the
Yeah.
cure. I don't know what the cure is, but I wish they would change it somehow.
So I did notice for a couple of the events that they had, they posted the lineup in the banner with the event. So it had everybody's PKs, and like so for the first round, it had everybody's PKs with their lineup
Oh,
posted in the banner on BIGO and who their opponent was and all that. So it was posted right there for everyone to be able to see. But they only did it for a couple of events and then they stopped doing it. But I'm going to talk to my BIGO manager because we talk on the phone every once in a while and let her know and be like, that helped some people to be able to see that and
yeah.
know who their opponents were, what time slots there were, stuff like that. Like,
Thank you,
it
JT.
really does help. And I think maybe they should start doing that and having a whole section where it's like, this is the lineups for these events. And then you can literally, rather than having it like with the whole sign up and blah, 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 and whatever, have it a separate section that says, these are the lineups, this is what's going on this week,
Yeah.
or for the next 2 days or something, because it makes it a little easier when
So
everyone can
that's
just find it and
where
look at it.
the agency leaders and the family are getting like pictures of the schedule sent at the
Hey,
in the early hours of the morning. If they could just post it publicly so I could actually go in and see all of the schedules for every event. Today, like I said, I didn't find out about, like, I knew what my time frame was because I picked only this time. Didn't know my opponent, didn't know anything, and so my agency didn't actually send me it until maybe 4 hours ago or something. And to me, that's like I'm relying on my agency to
hey, Rebel
do those
Dog.
kind of things, and made me very frustrated with the agency process. I actually have been trying to get out of mine for the last month, which is probably going to require me just leaving BIGO altogether.
Well, I do know, a little word of advice. I do know that if you are able to talk to your agency leader and they like pretty well release you from your contract, that you can be signed directly to BIGO and then be directly through them. And then you don't have to deal with an agency leader. You do
Right.
all of your
So
own stuff directly through
had
BIGO
addressed
yourself.
that. I had addressed that with the admins.
It makes
and the
it a little
admins sort of
easier.
told me that that's not a possibility. So I don't know if that has changed. Yeah, I am old. Don't you see me in this rocking chair? I'm like an
Oh,
old,
maybe.
elderly man. I know I look younger than I appear, but I'm really 113 years old. I'm really good. So the secret to my aging is you got to eat right, and you have to, just don't let things stress you out. The more stress you have in your life, the older you look. So that's the secret to my success, being 113 years old. Thank you, Rebel. Appreciate
Very
that.
true.
And it's possible. It's possible for everybody. Yeah, and that's the other thing. So I'm like the number one. I'm like the number one host of my agency by like a
I
lot,
got them
by like
done
double
today.
probably. And so for them to release me straight through BIGO is going to mean a big pay cut for them. So for them to do that's not going to
Yeah.
be easy. So
Yeah, that's true.
I probably
That is true.
will finish out the month, and I got a 50 box later tonight, so we're gonna hit some pretty serious goals this month. Shooting for 2 million.
Not bad. I'm trying to hit half a mil. I am only at 417,000, but I'm trying to hit half a mil before the end of the month because
Yeah,
I feel like that'll be a good
absolutely.
accomplishment.
Absolutely.
Yes, Slenderman, we can do a multi.
Gibster. Hi,
I'm
Gibster.
gonna plug my phone in
Hey,
to
Queenie.
charge it and stuff too. So we'll do that. I'll start a multi after this.
Oh, Gipster, thank you so much.
Girl, you will get beans. Beans come. Beans come the more you just broadcast and get to know people and just socialize. It happens. The more you're able to find people too who come through for your events and who you can go through for your like to theirs and stuff.
Hipster, thank you so much.
It doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want, Slender Man.
Well, oh, the score. Yeah, me
Ooh,
too.
I actually might have to jump off quick and send a couple of gifts off to a member, but I will.
Thank you for
send
this
them all to you
PK.
after
Thank you for
that,
showing
guys.
up on time. Thank you for being
All right,
pleasant
bye,
in the
Cody.
conversation. And good luck to you and the agency and the family. I'm proud of you for being able to pull this off. It's a lot of work, so congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to get off of here because I'm just not really in the mood to be on BIGO tonight. So we're doing our retirement party beginning today, right now, and then I have a 50 box in a like hour and a half, and then I have a Defender final after that. Then my wife, Darkness, she's the other bubble up here, right up yonder. She has her first ever PK tonight, so I'm going to go and light her world up. Rest in peace to her opponent. And yeah, so that's our rest of our night. So hopefully you have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.